One.
Hold it steady there,
A little more to the left.
like this.
Perfect. Now for the next one.
Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching today's video. In this story, you followed De and Huyen as they worked side by side to build a strong stone gate, starting from laying a solid foundation, carefully stacking each stone, and finally installing a secure iron door. What began as a simple idea to prevent theft became a meaningful project filled with teamwork, patience, and care. The finished gate not only protects their home, but also gives Huyen peace of mind every time she goes out, knowing everything inside is safe. If you enjoyed this warm, realistic story about daily life, hard work, and building safety together, please don't forget to like the video, leave a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us and helps us continue bringing you more inspiring stories like this. See you in the next video. From the very beginning, Duc and Huyen knew that building a stone gate was not just about construction, but about creating a sense of safety and peace of mind for their daily lives. After several incidents of theft in the area, they decided it was time to take action. Early one morning, when the air was still cool and quiet, the two of them stepped outside with clear determination. The first and most important task was laying a solid foundation, because both Duc and Huyen understood that a strong gate must begin with a strong base. Without a proper foundation, even the most beautiful structure would not last. Duc took responsibility for the heavy physical work. He carefully marked the ground, measured the width and depth of the foundation, and began digging with steady, deliberate movements. Each shovel of soil was removed with care, ensuring the trench stayed straight and even. Meanwhile, Huyen focused on preparation. She gathered stones, bags of cement, sand, and water, placing everything within easy reach. She double-checked measurements, compared them with their original plan, and made sure nothing was overlooked. Though their tasks were different, their movements were perfectly coordinated, shaped by mutual trust and quiet understanding. As the sun slowly rose higher, the work became more demanding. Sweat formed on their foreheads, but neither complained. Duc paused from time to time to adjust the depth of the trench, knowing that uneven ground could weaken the structure in the future. Huyen used a level to check alignment and reminded Duc to reinforce certain areas where the soil seemed softer. Their conversation was calm and practical, filled with small suggestions and shared decisions. In those moments, the foundation they were building was not only made of concrete and steel, but also of cooperation and care. Once the trench was ready, they moved on to pouring the concrete foundation. Duc mixed cement, sand, and gravel in the right proportions, while Huyen added water slowly, making sure the mixture reached the perfect consistency. Together, they poured the concrete into the trench, spreading it evenly and pressing out air pockets to increase durability. Duc reinforced the base with steel bars, ensuring the gate would remain strong for many years to come. Huyen smoothed the surface and checked once more that everything was level and aligned. When the foundation was finally complete, they stepped back to look at their work. It was only the beginning, but it already represented something meaningful. The solid base beneath their feet symbolized security, effort, and shared responsibility. Duc and Huyen knew that once the concrete hardened, it would support the weight of the stone gate and protect their home from unwanted intruders. More importantly, it marked the start of a project built with patience, teamwork, and the desire to create a safer life together. After the foundation had fully set and hardened, Dee and Huyen moved on to the next crucial stage, building the stone gate itself. This part of the process required patience, precision, and a careful eye for detail. Early that day, they laid out the stones beside the foundation, sorting them by size and shape. Dee selected the larger, heavier stones for the lower rows, knowing they would provide strength and stability, while Huyen arranged the smaller stones nearby to be used for filling gaps and creating a more balanced structure. Every decision was made with both durability and appearance in mind. Dee began placing the first row of stones, spreading a thick layer of mortar across the foundation before carefully lowering each stone into position. He adjusted them slowly, tapping them into place to ensure they sat firmly and evenly. Huyen worked closely beside him, mixing fresh mortar and handing it to Dee at just the right moment. She watched attentively, pointing out any uneven lines or small gaps that might weaken the structure over time. Their teamwork allowed the construction to move steadily, with no wasted effort or confusion. As the gate rose higher, the work became more demanding. Each stone had to be aligned not only with the ones beside it, but also with the rows below. Dee frequently stepped back to check the vertical lines, making sure the gate would stand straight and strong. Huyen used a level to confirm the balance, occasionally suggesting slight adjustments. When a stone did not fit perfectly, they took the time to reshape the mortar or replace it with a better suited piece. Neither of them rushed the process, because they both understood that careful work now would prevent problems later. The stone gate gradually took shape, row by row, forming a solid and imposing barrier. Its rough texture and natural color blended harmoniously with the surrounding environment, giving the entrance a strong yet welcoming appearance. As they worked, the sound of stones being set into mortar echoed softly through the quiet space, creating a rhythm that matched their focused movements. Despite the physical strain, there was a sense of satisfaction in watching the structure grow taller and more complete. By the end of the day, the stone gate stood firm and impressive, clearly capable of protecting the property from intruders. Dee and Huyen stood together, examining every detail, from the tight joints between stones to the smooth lines of mortar holding them in place. The gate was more than a security measure. It was a symbol of their shared effort and commitment. Knowing that this strong stone structure would help keep their home safe, they felt a deep sense of reassurance and pride in what they had built together. Once the stone gate was fully completed and securely in place, Dee turned his attention to the final and most reassuring detail: installing a strong iron door that could be locked whenever Huyen was away from home. This step was especially important because while the stone gate provided a solid barrier, the iron door would offer direct control and added security. Dee carefully measured the opening within the stone gate, making sure the door would fit perfectly without leaving any gaps. Huyen stood beside him, holding the measuring tape and noting down every dimension, knowing that even a small mistake could affect how safely the door would close. Dee began crafting the iron door with great care. He selected thick iron bars and a sturdy metal frame, choosing materials that could withstand force and resist damage over time. In the workshop area, the sound of welding filled the air as sparks flew from the joints he was joining together. Each weld was done slowly and precisely, ensuring the frame remained straight and strong. Huyen watched attentively, occasionally handing him tools or checking that the measurements matched the original plan. Although she was not welding herself, Her presence and attention added an extra layer of focus and confidence to Dee's work. After the iron door was fully assembled, Dee moved on to installing the hinges and locking system. He chose heavy-duty hinges that could support the weight of the door and allow it to open and close smoothly. The lock was tested multiple times, turned back and forth to make sure it worked flawlessly. Huyen insisted on trying it herself, closing the door firmly and locking it, then unlocking it again to ensure everything felt secure and easy to use. Each successful test made her feel more at ease. When it was time to attach the iron door to the stone gate, Dee worked carefully, aligning the hinges and tightening every bolt. The door fit perfectly within the stone structure, closing with a solid, reassuring sound. Once installed, Dee painted the iron surface with a protective coating to prevent rust and extend its lifespan. Huyen admired the finished result, appreciating not only its strength, but also its simple, clean design. Now, whenever Huyen needs to leave the house, she can lock the iron door with confidence. The sturdy stone gate and the solid iron door gives her a deep sense of security and peace of mind. For Dee, the completed project is a quiet expression of care and responsibility. The gate and doors stand as lasting proof of his effort to protect the place they call home and the person he wants to keep safe.
Hello everyone, xin chào tất cả các khán giả của kênh Hai Single RV. Vậy là câu chuyện của chúng ta ngày hôm nay đã kết thúc tại đây. Trong câu chuyện của chúng ta ngày hôm nay đã kể về một nội dung rất là hay và thú vị. Đó chính là việc Đệ đã bàn với Huyền là sẽ xây một chiếc cổng và hàng rào xung quanh nông trại của Huyền. Đó là chiếc cổng bằng đá và với hàng rào rất là chắc chắn. Huyền cũng đã mong muốn có một chiếc cổng và một hàng rào bao bọc lấy nông trại từ rất lâu nhưng mà chưa thành hiện thực. Giờ đây Đệ đã biến ước mơ đó của cô thành hiện thực. Khi có cổng và hàng rào bảo vệ nông trại thì cô và Đệ và bé Mai A có thể yên tâm sống mà không lo sợ bị kẻ trộm hay là bị bất kỳ ai rình rập dòm ngó hay nữa. Mọi tình tiết về câu chuyện cuộc sống của Mai A, Huyền và Đệ sẽ còn được kể ở các video tiếp theo. Các bạn đừng quên bấm vào nút subscribe để đăng ký kênh, sẽ nhận được thông báo mới nhất về các câu chuyện sẽ được phát sóng hàng ngày trên kênh Live Single RV nhé. Huyền và Đệ cảm ơn các bạn rất nhiều vì đã luôn theo dõi và ủng hộ nội dung của họ. Huyền and Đệ, thank you so much. Please continue support their channel Live Single RV. Bye bye. See you soon tomorrow, everyone. Thanks for watching my video.